The spring twist hair I use can be ordered off Amazon. It's by a company called Rocs, and the Bobby Boss Soul Locks are bought at your local hair store. Here I'm just showing you the size of the parts that I made. It's only 5 rows in her head. These braids are relatively large because they're really long, so they do get heavy. If you decide to do them smaller, just know these are heavy locks. So again, as I do in all the other videos, I do not crochet the lock through the root. I do it through the base of the braid, and I go ahead and do a couple at a time just to save time so I don't have to keep picking up my crochet needle. And I take the hair, pull it through the crochet loop, and that's that. Very simple. And after you do that, you're going to take another one of the crochet locks and attach it to the bottom of the lock I've already put in to extend them so they can have this length. So you take it and you split the bottom of the crochet. So you see I split it in half, and then I take the other crochet, the little loop, and I slide it through one of the pieces of hair and use it as if you were doing a 3-strand braid and just braid it down. It's very simple to attach these to extend them. Then once I do that, I take 2 pieces of spring twist hair and I crochet it through the root of the client's hair. I always do it uneven. You all know that one piece is longer than the other. And I initially wrap with that short piece around the client's head. And then once I run out of that first leg, I'm going to grab a second leg. But again, I use 2 pieces of crochet hair, of the spring twist hair, I meant. So when I grab a second leg, there'll be another leg hanging down. So that's one, you see the other piece. So you're going to wrap with this one around the lock, and then when you run out of this piece, you're going to grab that other piece of spring twist hair to wrap with. This hair is very, very easy to wrap with. It's not a specific technique that I'm doing with holding my thumb. I'm just not doing it tightly. And of course, the hair was fluffed out. So when you get the hair, definitely fluff it out. But on that part, I just took a small piece of the spring twist hair to wrap back up the lock to seal it. Just a small piece. I detached it from that lock and I wrapped up, then I wrapped back down. Now I've ran out of that piece. I'm grabbing the next one and I'm going to wrap with this until I run out. No effort, wrapping fast. If you overthink it, then you won't get these beautiful pieces that are sticking out. If you wrap too tight, you won't get those pieces. So don't overthink it, okay? Just wrap. The locks aren't supposed to look exactly the same. So if you have more bumps in one than the other, it's okay. But again, I'm going back up the lock to seal it with that last little piece. Now, instead of those pieces of spring twist hair won't be enough to wrap this entire lock. So with the next piece, you're going to grab not 2 pieces of spring twist, but one, and you're going to crochet it through the crochet lock. And then once you do, again, you're going to wrap up some first. That's how you seal it. And then wrap back down because we're not using glue. So wrap up and then back down. That's how you seal that little piece in. Very simple. Okay, you run out of that leg, you grab the other one, and then you're going to continue to wrap. Okay. Now, once you run out of this leg, because these are very long, you're going to do the exact same thing again. You're going to grab another piece. I'm not sure if this one is enough to cover this lock. We'll see, because I did edit this video because I did a lot of locks, but this is a relatively easy hairstyle. Okay, so yeah, I'm wrapping back up the lock to seal it with a small piece. And then lastly, I'll grab the very last piece of spring twist. Again, this will be 1 spring twist for the bottom. So initially at the top, we use 2. And then when we do the middle part of the lock, it's 1 spring twist. The bottom of the lock is 1 spring twist. And you're just going to Wrap around till you run out, till you get to the bottom of the lock to your desired length. And then once you do that, you are going to fold the lock in upward. So I'm going to do a close up so you all can see what I mean when it's sealing. So see, I folded that piece up because I'm to my desired length. I take a piece of hair and I wrap it around to seal it, and then I take the leftover curly hair and I just go ahead and wrap back up the lock with that piece of hair to go ahead and seal. And then I just take the scissors and cut off that extra piece of the crochet lock that I did not need. And that's it, ladies. A very simple hairstyle. I always tell you all who I was inspired by to do my looks. And for this one, the young lady name is Simone Protective Styles on Instagram. I saw one of her clients with this hairstyle. I loved it. And this is my version of some locks that she did in her client's head. So definitely follow her. She does an awesome job, and I get a lot of inspiration from her page. And now I'm just putting the mousse on it for that finishing touch. Then I spray it with some olive oil. And that's the end of it. Very, very simple. And I hope you all enjoyed and learned a lot.
I ain't your head like that. Oh, you're done? Yeah, I'm done. No, I can't write on done.
So here is the final look, ladies. These locks are definitely a vibe. As you can see, my client is loving her hair. They're so pretty. They only took me 4 hours to do these, and I love them. Follow me on IG, Braids by Nicole Faith. Bye.